So the other day I was wondering, using commands, what is the most overpowered items that I could get in the game? Could I just spawn in things that have absolutely insane armor counts or high damage counts and just make them completely overpowered using commands and see how much fun we can have with it? So I tested all that in this video. And in order to get these items, I would basically just have to spawn in hundreds of them using commands, and then once I did that, I would search through them and find the highest quality at once. Since they spawn in randomly, I can't pick the highest one, I just have to find which one it is. And the first one is going to be the long neck rifle, which I wanted to see because it is a very useful gun in this game, so getting a high level one can be very useful. So the highest I could find, basically I couldn't get anything over 700%. 700% didn't exist, but 699% was the highest that it would possibly go to, which I'm kind of disappointed. I thought it would let me go higher than that, but I guess not, because I feel like I've found stuff that's in the 600s before. It's insanely rare, but I feel like I've found it at least once before. But the 699 is the highest that I was able to get for the server, so we're going to test that now. So I'm going to test it on training dummies and then regular like creatures. The training dummies, it shows the damage way higher than it actually is. It just shows the DPS, which isn't accurate to the actual damage, but it is a good consistent way of seeing how much damage it does. Alright, I've already been shown in the footage in the background, but the base damage on the training dummy does 1,600. And then once you shoot it around in the head, it's going to do 10,000 damage, which is quite a lot. But that's just for the, it's not actually how much damage it's going to do. Once I shoot an actual dino, it does 392, and the headshot damage wouldn't work on it. Moving to the Acended variant with the 699 damage, the body shot is 11,000, which the before was like 1,000. So quite a bit of an increase there. And then the headshot damage is, as you can see, 35,000 on the training dummy. Now it's not going to do anywhere near that to regular dinos. It does 2,739 damage as a regular shot, which is quite a bit, but we can do a lot better in this video. As you're going to see, there's some weapons that do crazy amounts of damage. Next is the Acended pump action shotgun. Now the shotgun is one of the best weapons in the game, hands down. It does tons of damage. So the max one, it was the same story as the long neck. It could only go up to 700% or just under, so I got 696%. Testing the normal version of it on the training dummy, it does 3,000 damage with all of the clusters together, and then aiming it straight at the head, it does 8,000, which as you can see is quite a bit. It's way more than the long neck rifle at its base version. And then doing it on the thing, I had to look at the health here. As you can see, it starts with 18,800, and then once I shot it once and then looked at it, it had 17,900, which means it did around 900 damage. And then shooting at the base with the Acended variant does 24,000 damage. This is the DPS, and then a headshot does 69,000 damage for a headshot on the DPS there. Now looking at the health, this thing has 17,100 health. Shooting it once, it makes it very bloody, and as you can see, 10,800 health. So it does around 6,000 damage with this fully Acended variant. That's absolutely insane, doing 6,000 damage a shot with the pump action shotgun, which is insanely powerful, and you can kill something super quick with that, so that's really overpowered. Next is the tech rifle, which I tested, which would only allow me to go up to around like 280% rather than the other ones, which would go up to 700%. But the base version does 3,000 damage a shot, which is obviously quite a lot. It's a tech rifle, so the tech items are going to do tons of damage. Shooting it at high succession did 22,000 damage, like on average, which is obviously quite a lot compared to the other ones. And then one shot with it at the head does 9,000 damage, and then shooting it successively does around 60,000 damage on average under the DPS there. And then using it on a regular dino does 480 damage per shot, which is still quite a bit because it shoots really fast, but it can be a lot better with the Acended variant. As you can see, the base damage is 9,000 around. That 5,000 was a bit of a glitch because it normally does 9,000 DPS on the training dummy, which does around 63,000 when shooting it consecutively. And then set 27,000 damage for a headshot, and shooting it consecutively does around 190,000 DPS, which is absolutely insane. The highest one on here. As you can see, the Bronto has around 23,000 health, and then once I shoot it once, it does 1,000 damage, and as you can see, just holding down the shoot button kills it pretty much in just a few seconds with this Acended thing, and that was 20,000 health, and I killed it pretty much instantly with this thing, so obviously this weapon is absolutely crazy. But now what you probably clicked on the video for is the really good armor. With tech armor spawning it in, it doesn't like do it Ascendant, it still says primitive, but I managed to get it to around the top level 1700 armor for each one. It wouldn't go past 1800, so it basically caps out at 1800 or right under it. So you can't go past 1800, but anything under that goes. So this managed to get it to 1700 on pretty much all of them. I tried getting a Rex to attack me, and it would only do like 1 damage per hit. But in order to test and see how good this really is, I went into a cave, because usually you get swarmed by hundreds of creatures in caves. As you can see, I'm cornered right here, getting attacked by bats and piranhas, and actually I'm not getting attacked by piranhas, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm like snakes and all that stuff, and they're doing like pretty much no damage to me. They're doing like, I don't know, like a few, like maybe like 10 damage every few seconds. Maybe not even that much really. They're doing like 5 damage every few seconds, and normally you get absolutely mauled to death. As you can see right here in this example, I'm about to take my armor off to show you. Right now I'm surviving perfectly fine, but I take my armor off, all this insanely good armor, and I die pretty much instantly. So you could see that was keeping me alive too. It was also keeping me from passing out. Normally I would have already passed out from all the torpor damage, but it was also giving me resistance to torpor damage. So it was basically just making me unkillable. I'll show the clip here again. I'm literally just sitting here tanking all this damage. But eventually the bad thing is it is going to run out of durability. As you can see, the durability was already about to run out before I took the armor off, so it would have broken eventually. But it's crazy how you can tank that much damage and be absolutely fine. So that is all the testing. I just wanted to mess around a little bit. This video is kind of just me messing around, seeing what I could get on the highest levels of stuff. I think it's pretty fun. The weapons were kind of disappointing, even though the tech rifle, I mean, they were very powerful, but I was kind of hoping I could like make them insanely overpowered with like 1,000 damage plus, but or 1,000% damage plus, but that didn't work. But the armor was very cool. I managed to get it almost 1,800, and I've made me pretty much unkillable by those huge swarms of animals. Yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. Thanks for watching, and bye.